So I'm a used car dealer, and today I'm at a used car dealer auction. And I'm gonna show you what a dealer pays for this Tahoe and this Colorado. It's a repo.
It's sale time. It's sale time. Let's go.
All right, this must be the Toyota auction day. We got a Highlander. I think that's also a Highlander, just a newer one. We got a Corolla. We got your FJ right there. What's that, a Yaris? What are you looking at, Alex? A Yaris? That car is tiny. All right, let's check this Toyota Corolla out. It's a 2014. It's got 155,000 miles. Paint on looks good. We got some chips up here on the front. I mean, that's to be expected with a car that's 10 years old. It's got 155,000 miles. But I always like to check out these, like the smaller sedans, just your average people car whenever we see them. I know I look at trucks a lot, but this is good. I mean, if you're looking for an economy car, especially on the used side, this is going to give you a better range of really what prices are doing as opposed to trucks. Trucks are always crazy. It doesn't matter what the market is, they're typically crazy. All right, here's the Corolla. We got $3,500 on it, up to $4,000. Inside of it, some stainage right there. Actually looks worse on the camera than it does in real life. I'm not going to put my hand down there to lean over. I have learned my lesson with that. And I don't have any hand sanitizer with me today, so we're not going to be touching the inside of cars, or at least I'm going to try not to. 2014, 155,000 miles. Let's check it out. It's rolling out. There's still bidding on it. Up to 4,600, 47, 49, 49, 5,000. Up to $5,500 already. It's already way down there, but still bidding on it. 6,000. Up to 61. 61 on that Corolla. 62 on the Corolla. $6,200. They sold it. $6,200. They sold it. I get a lot of questions all the time about repos and what I'm seeing. If you look at this line right here, it goes all the way down to about, I think that's the last one that are considered repos at this auction. But typically what this dealer, and I can see who's selling these cars, so I know that they're a big buy here, pay here dealer. I know that most of these cars that they bring to auction are repossessions. But what was happening, we'll see, a year and a half ago, that the repos would typically, they would only have 5 or 6 repos a week. But now we're seeing every week that they have this full row of repos that come through this auction. And we're not in repo season. And really, I mean, seasonality in the car market, everything has a seasonality, where whether it's, you're talking about used car prices, where when dealers come to auction to pay way too much for cars because it might be tax time, and then you go through a season when, okay, repos aren't so big, which should be right now, and after tax time, when people have tax checks, they go buy cars, and then they realize a month, 2 months later, after they buy these cars with their tax refunds, that they can't pay for them. So that's when the peak of repo season happens, when it's, we'll see here, March is when tax time is here, so 2 months after that, April, May, June, early summer is when the peak of repo season is going to happen in the car market, and what I'm going to see. But what we're seeing is that even though we've gone past that time period, we still see an increase of repos showing up at these auctions. It doesn't bode well for our economy, and it's something that we got to keep tabs on, because people aren't paying their car bills. They're probably not paying other bills too. And as the car market goes, so should the economy. And it looks like the repo rates are continuing to rise. It's not a good thing. I mean, we're here. We might as well check a repo. This is a Cadillac Escalade. It's a 2008. It's got 204,000 miles. These things are ugly. The El Camino of the truck. Here we go. So what we got up here? We got an SUV going on. Got a truck in the back. Party in the front, work in the back. I don't know what's going on here. It's got like a little spoiler too. I don't like these things. If you're not aware of it, it's kind of rough. It's a repo. It's going to be rough. Tires are worn. You saw the paint in the back. Yeah, Escalade EXT. Let's check it on the inside here. That handle's loose. Yep, probably not much good to say about this thing. Seat covers, so you can only imagine what the underside, what's underneath that thing. That's hiding a lot of goodness under that thing. Yep, that's not good. All right, so let's check all this. We got somebody backing in, so let's get out the way. All right, I'll get out your way, boss. Go ahead. All right, let's go on this side over here. Yeah. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. Look, let's take a peek ski. Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yep, it's dirty. Yeah, yep. Anyway, this is a repo. Keep that in mind when we're looking at a price, because it should be a lot cheaper, because all these dealers here, they also know it's a repo. So there's probably something major mechanically wrong with it, but we're gonna check it. 2008 Cadillac El Camino, 204,000 miles. And I normally would check out something like this, but like, look at this, like the windshield's been glued back on. I mean, it's all the way down that side. And look at all the scratches. I don't know what happened. I wonder if they just took it through like the woods and it was just like tree limbs just scraped all the way. But it looks like it's curved. I don't know, I don't understand what happens here, because like the front, none of this is scratched. None of this is scratched. It's just the hood. So I don't understand. Somebody tell me what happens here. See, it's all the way over the hood. I mean, you got scratch lines going that way, that way, that way. Maybe a ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend's situation here, but I mean, it must be very disgruntled for them to go into this much detail with the key. So I don't think that's the case. If it is, I feel sorry for whoever the recipient of this was, because that's a bad situation. But I don't think that's it. I think it was some trees involved with that one. Oh no, I just missed it. I missed it because I was out here trying to say something funny. Oh no. The El Camino, the repo El Camino. See if they're still bidding on it. 75. I think they're still bidding on it. Yeah, they're still bidding on it, I think. Nope, they're bidding on the Ford Explorer right there. My bad. All right, let's check this Tahoe. It's a 2019. It's got 81,000 miles. The outside body looks very, very good on it. I like this color. It's nice. I've been looking for a Tahoe myself. I want a little bit newer model, though. Maybe a Tahoe or a Yukon. I've been driving a Tesla, so I don't want people to get the wrong impression that I'm actually trying to save the environment, because I'm not. So I need to get something that's going to suck a lot of gas, just so I can negate that, and we'll make it even. I'll save it when I drive sometime, and then destroy it when I'm driving my Tahoe or my Yukon. All right, here's the Tahoe. Trying to start out $32,000, no bids. Drop down to $31,000. Drop down $28,000. We got one bid coming in. Let's check the inside of this. I love when the running boards come down. This is a 2019. I don't like the setup because they didn't change the interior of this vehicle. They kept this, I think this is like 2016, they started putting the interior that looks like lots of dog hair. I don't know if you can see it from there. But I like the newer, I think it started in 2020 that they changed the whole dash and everything. But that's probably what I'm going to be looking for maybe in the near future. I don't know. I'm enjoying what I'm driving now, but like I said, I have to counteract the environmental savings that I'm doing with something. Maybe I'll start smoking cigarettes and throw them on the ground. That'll help. 2019 Tahoe, 81,000 miles. Let's see what a dealer's gonna pay for this. All right, starting to roll up, about to get ran over. There we go. All right, up to $29,000. We do have bids. Up to $29,400, $29,500, $29,600, $29,700, $29,800, $29,900, $30,000. It's rolling out. Let's show our bids. $30,300 is what we got. $30,300, and they sold it. $30,300, they sold it. All right, and I just went into the office to see what that repo Cadillac El Camino brought. And it brought $4,300 in lane, and they sold it. They sold it. That's good. That's good. They sold it. Only $4,300. That's because it's a repo, and it's rough, and it's El Camino. So today I want to thank our sponsors, 70mi. I'm excited to introduce you to the 70mi DashCam A510. It's a feature-packed, high-performance dash cam that's designed to enhance your driving experience. With its 1944p HDR resolution powered by the Sony Starvis 2 sensor, the A510 captures stunning visual clarity both day and night. Thanks to the 70mi Night Owl Vision, you'll get crisp, well-lit footage even in low light conditions. And with dual channel recording, you can capture the road ahead and behind, ensuring you'll never miss a thing. The A510 also comes with a range of smart features like built-in GPS for real-time route tracking. 24-hour parking mode with collision detection, and time-lapse recording to keep your car safe while parked. Plus, it's equipped with Bluetooth fast pairing for easy setup through the 70My app. Installation is a breeze, especially with the 70My hardware kit, which ensures the dash cam is always powered for full functionality. Plus, with 4G connectivity, you can check your car's live footage remotely from your phone and track its location anytime. And the best part, you can get up to 26% off for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, including a special 5% discount with the code below. This is your chance to grab a premium dash cam at a fantastic price. Ready to upgrade your driving experience? So check out the links down below and grab your 70My A510 dash cam and take advantage of these great Black Friday deals. All right, we've got to check a 4Runner whenever we see one, and this one has crazy miles. Doesn't matter, it's still going to bring stupid money, but I want to show you what it brings. It's 2011. It looks like it's limited. I'll check it, I'm not sure. Body style looks like it's limited. We'll check in a second. But it's got 207,000 miles on it. Oh, it's good. No, it's SR5, it's not limited. All right, the outside body, I mean, it's got 200,000 miles. So, I mean, there you go. You got some clips that have been popped out, not a big deal. It can be popped back in. That side of the body looks okay. Tires look like they're pretty worn. Yeah, it's going to need some new tires soon. All right, here's that 4Runner. It's got 207,000 miles on it. Trying to start $9,000. No bidder so far. Drove down to $8,500. Got $5,000. We got numbers now. Inside on cracking. Inside on a 200,000 mile 4Runner. Move that back. Steering wheel's got a few little places here. Seats actually look. They look not terrible for the amount of mileage. I mean, you got normal wear and tear. I would say overall, for the amount of mileage that it's got on it, this is better than what I would expect. You got some, I think all that can be cleaned. That's not a big deal. Headliner is not bad. It's got a sunroof. You know what? Overall, this thing doesn't look bad. And so this is probably going to bring stupid money for what it is. 2011 4Runner's got 207,000 miles. All right, it's rolling out. Up to 6,000 already. Up to 7,000 already. That went up fast. Up to 7,500, 76, 77, 78, 79, 8,000, 80, up to 84. I could not be an auctioneer. Up to 85, 86, 87. It's rolling out. We're still bidding on it. Up to 89. We got 9,000. We got 9,000. It's on the 4Runner. Still on the 4Runner. It's going out way down there. We're still bidding on it. Up to 9,600. Got $9,500. $9,500. And they sold it. Of course they sold it. 9,500 bucks. And here you go. This is typically what repos look like. Tires almost bald. You have a window that's probably not working. So instead of fixing the window, why would they fix the window? If they know that they're going to lose the car, they're not going to put any money into it. So what did this consumer do? They taped it up with tape, so hopefully rain wouldn't get in there. You see, oh, this handle. Yep, I can't even get in the car. Okay, so I was going to get in there, so I guess, I mean, how do you get in? I guess the car can't get stolen. That's a good thing. Added feature for this particular Camry. But look, I mean, all this cosmetic stuff, things that happen to the car while this consumer is driving the car, why would they fix any of the stuff when they know that they're not paying for it? They know that, I mean, these customers that are driving these cars every day and they're not paying their payments on the car, they know that they're going to lose the car. This is probably not the first repo situation that they've ever been in. They know the process. They know what they signed up for. So they're going to drive it until it gets picked up, and that means that anything that happens to this car while they're driving it, they're not going to pay for it. Why would they? It makes no sense for them to pay for it when they know they're going to lose it. Why would they get the oil changed when, let's see here, 3 days from now, it's probably going to get picked up. So I don't need to keep my oil changed right now. And the problem is right now is that there's a lack of tow truck drivers in the market because there's so many repos in the system. So that customer, that consumer that's driving this Camry right here, they probably right now are getting to keep that car for a few months longer than they normally would because there's such a backlog of repos that have to be picked up. So that just means more great things can happen to these cars while these consumers who aren't paying for them continue to drive them and drive them into the ground. That's sarcasm, if you didn't know. There's going to be more bad things that occur in these cars just like this just like cosmetic stuff, just like handles, the anti-theft protection here. All that stuff racks up when these customers know that they're not going to pay for the car. They're not going to fix anything. They have money for one thing. They can either make the car payment or they can fix the car. They can't do both. And a lot of times they can do neither. In that case, neither. They're not going to do it. This is another thing that continues to be a big problem for me as a used car dealer in this car market. See all these empty spaces? Typically they would be filled. This auction's not running a full auction like they usually do, and we're seeing this week after week after week, and it continues to be a problem for us used car dealers. And the reason why it's a problem for us used car dealers is because it's already been a problem for franchise dealers. See, all these cars that come to auction, when they get here, they're from new car dealer trade-ins. So if we see a lighter auction, see all these spaces back here, if it's a lighter auction, that means these new car franchise dealers that bring their trade-ins to this auction, it means they're not selling a lot of vehicles. And really what we need as used car dealers to have prices come down on the wholesale level is for these new car dealers to sell a lot of their cars, for there to be velocity of money that's moving through the system on the new car side, because that means more trade-ins. Get more supply, then you can have prices come down for us, and then we can mark our cars down lower because it's easier for us to replace them. It's just easier for us to buy them because the prices are lower. So that's how you get prices to move down in the used car market, is that you have to have inventory. The only way that we have inventory is if you have new car dealers selling more cars. And the franchise managers that I've talked to, everyone that I've talked to in the car market, it seems like the only fix for this is to be able to have lower monthly payments for consumers coming into dealerships. The only way you're going to have that happen is by MSRPs going down. And we've seen that there's been a big reluctance from all these auto manufacturers to do that, and they want to keep their margins high. They want to make as much money per vehicle as they can. No longer is it the volume game here in the car market, it's the margin game, and that's what it's been like for the last 3 years. And because of that, this is what's happening right now, because we have consumers that are not buying new vehicles, so we're not getting trade-ins. So for the foreseeable future, until manufacturers change something, new car dealers are going to have a hard time, meaning they're not going to sell very many new cars, meaning also used car dealers are going to have a really hard time because they're not getting us trade-ins that we need. And that means consumers are going to have a hard time because on the new side, manufacturers aren't pushing down prices, and then on the used side, dealers can't lower their prices because we're having to pay crazy prices at auction, even though for the demand for our vehicles is not very high, but the supply is so low that it's still keeping our prices stubbornly high. I don't want to pay as high prices either, but if there's no inventory, we got to pay whatever the prices are at these auctions if we want to keep our lots filled. It's a bad reality. It's tough to be a used car dealer right now. It's tough to be any kind of car dealer right now. All right, let's check this Chevy Colorado out. It's a 2019. It's got 65,000 miles on it. Outside body looks pretty good. I like the color. Tires, I guess it ran through some paint, but tires are okay. It's a V6 LT. I think they did a good job on these small trucks. I think they've had some motor problems. Don't quote me on that, but as far as the look goes, I like the smaller mid-sized trucks. Like, think about this, like a Tacoma in a Toyota. I think this is just a good size, like everyday driver kind of truck.
All right, here's the Colorado. Trying to start at $25,000. Drop down 23.
This one, kind of basic on the inside. I don't mind that though. I don't mind it. I am a more old school mentality type of person when it comes to vehicles, so I can be down with a little bit more basic. And it's less stuff to fix, hopefully. But anyway, yeah, let's check this out because I'm curious to see what dealers want to pay for it. It's Colorado, 2019, 65,000 miles.
Dropped it all the way down, 20,000. We got a bid now. 20,001. Actually, no, we're still at 20,000. Now we got bids coming in. 20,001, 20,002, 20,003, 2003, up to 21 grand. 21.1, 21.2, 21.3, 21.4, 21.5. All right, it's way gone, and we're still bidding on it. Up to 21.6. We got $21,600, and they sold it.